The pedagogical studies at the Sibelius Academy have been divided into several parts. Firstly, the students will follow a lecture series where we will cover everything that has to do with singing in theory. For example, the voice physiology, all the different registers and different methods and different schools of singing, and bel canto terminology, the history of voice teaching during the last 100 years or so. In addition to this lecture series, every student is assigned a student of their own. If it's first year student, then it will be also a guinea pig student that is of the same gender. But second year students will also teach other genders, so they have two students, both men and women. And then they do this teaching individually in a classroom. And then also part of experiencing and understanding the voice, they have to observe the lessons of experienced teachers, also as well as exams. So that way they will gain a thorough understanding of how vocal training happens and what is the knowledge a teacher needs. So I think this pedagogy training at the Sibelius Academy, it is one of the key elements of our university's main strategy. And we see, of course, that a new student who wants to become a singer doesn't necessarily think that they will teach quite soon yet. But in many cases, if we really think about the future and how they will get jobs outside this university where they have felt safe, they will probably, very many of them, in spite of their solistic careers, they will still teach. So we consider that's why it's very important that they learn the basics. But of course you learn to become a very good voice teacher only with several years experience. Well, it is the responsibility of the teacher towards the student, so that everything they do, even when they are just the two of them in the classroom, that they know so much about the vocal instrument that they will do no harm to the young voice that they are teaching. So I would say that it is this ideological thing of the responsibility. Well, we have tried to follow the trends of the world in the way that it is not only the traditional methods that we teach, but also to become acquainted with all kinds of different new things that happen in the world. Teachers train continuously by taking part in international congresses and learn new stuff there, and then we bring them to the students. One of these is, for example, the digital resources in the training of voices, where we are able to sort of have a tiny little vocal laboratory with voice analysis equipment and that sort, which gives a confirmation to many things that we already have known, but it makes the scientific, also the scientific research of the voice is an option for our students.